Trogg, the frog here. Hello to all you froggy friends. You might be asking yourself, Trogg, why do you got this stuff on your face? Where's your natural glow and exuberance that you always portray? And why do you smell like you slept in throw up and alcohol? Well, let me tell you, my froggy friends, it's quite the story, and I'll tell you here right now. It was a beautiful sunny day. Here I was in a cave, me and my other guys. We were just got done celebrating the victory of me killing the bugbear. I think his name was like Bog or something weird. There was a goblin that was still alive, and being the guy that I am, I told him, hey, there's some puppies down in the cave that look a little hungry. Why don't you go and sacrifice yourself to them? And he was like, all right, let's do that. So he went and did the greater good. After the victory of the bugbear, I figured we should probably go and rescue that guy named Sidecar from the other little goblin thing. So we made our way over into that cabin. I was talking to the goblin guy, and I said, hey, Sidecar, he needs to come with us. You need to do the right thing. And the goblin guy was like, you're right. You're wonderful, Trogg. I think you're the greatest. So Sidecar ended up, he came with us, and I said, hey, goblin guy, you should just scurry away and get away from us. Being merciful and everything that we are, it'd probably be your best bet. So he ran out, and I don't think we're ever going to see him again. When we were looking around the cabin, we saw all these boxes with the blue pussycat on it, and said, hey, these are the boxes from the blue pussycat place that was supposed to deliver. So Moony and all the other guys, they started carrying out to the little dwarf guy, and he was happy that we found all the blue pussycat crates, and we figured, hey, we're all done here. Let's go to that place with the stuff. Once we traveled there, Sidecar said, hey, you guys, you're quite amazing there. You might want to go to the inn, or go around town and see, talk to the people, see about you can find anything about that castle, or that black spider person. So here we did. We went around. Me and the kid went to this nice little apple orchard. We talked to the guy there, and he said, Trogg, you're amazing. You should take an apple. I don't know nothing about no castle, but you should stay away from the place with the tap house. And he gave me an apple, and it was probably one of the greatest apples I've ever had in my life. I think I'm definitely gonna have to go and maybe invest some money into his orchards, because there's some pretty good apples there. Interesting fact about apples, that you can actually you can ferment them and turn them into alcohol. It's something called it's similar to Sidecar. I think it's like a cider. So yeah, it's cider. It's I've heard it's delicious. Anyhow, when we were over at the orchard, Moony and Archie, they were doing something with nuns. They didn't really talk too much about it, but I think maybe they're thinking about turning into a nun. I could see Moony in one of those dresses. Anyhow, after we talked about the orchard, we figured, everyone said, Trogg, you did such an amazing job with the bugbear. I think we should go and just celebrate you. And so we went to this inn, and the guy there, he saw just how cool I was, and he's like, I got this stuff called I think it's called moon juice or Moony juice. Definitely not Moony juice. I don't want to try any Moony juice. But it was moonshine. So me and the kid, we found these miners, and miners are just always fun to play around with and to hang out. So we started doing some shots to try to find some information out. Well, one thing led to another, and we ended up at a little two turn up here, and think I might have. I think I might have did a little bit too much. But after the kid and Archie, I feel bad for Archie because I hate to put him in that situation where he has to be around, all the alcohol and he don't really drink no more. He went away, and Moony didn't really want to try the moonshine, which was kind of surprising. After everybody went to bed, we got up in the morning. You see me how I am now. I'm a little worse for wear, but there was this little kid that came up to Moony, and I think Moony wants to go and play with him or something. But you'll find out what's going to happen here in a couple minutes. Excuse me while I go off again.
Well, we had 3 of Trogg, Moony, Kid. You guys had just left the inn, I believe. Just walked outside. Or not Moony, sorry. Archie, Trogg, Kid.
Yeah, we're going to the master's hall, right?
The town master's hall, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
master of the town.
Yeah. Said a voice from God.
I have a bit of a headache. Did the rest of y'all have bad dreams last night, like nightmares?
Well, to tell you completely honestly, I had a fucking wonderful night's sleep. Woke up completely fucking refreshed. But that's for obvious reasons.
I did not.
I had a strange dream. There's 2. It was a little weird.
Oh, just the 2 of us. All right. It must have just been the drinks, man. I'm not even gonna look at Archie this morning. I am so embarrassed.
Archie's just strutting around, looking like he's 10 feet tall. Just fucking.
Does he though?
Yeah.
You did find when you woke up this morning, crudely written, "I'm sorry" note slid under your door.
Yeah.
Right. That appears as if it was written by a 4-year-old.
Yeah, I'm watching.
I was 100% aware of what it was and who it came from. This is not the first handwritten crayon note I've gotten underneath my door of a tavern.
Handwritten apology. Well, and I'm more embarrassed of that than I am of the actual drinking.
I would like to believe that the kid doesn't know that occurred. He doesn't remember the notes. And Archie has a stack hidden in one of his pockets, like a scrapbook of all the apology notes.
I am so okay with that. That is amazing. Regardless, I think that I kind of maybe all of us agree with this. We should try to talk to Silgar or whatever, get whatever information we need, and then just get out of here. I have this map. I'm gonna pull it out of my pocket, the one I had gotten the night prior. It takes us to a place called the Old Owl Well Ruins. It's one of the prospectors talking about it. It seems like it could be around where this supposed castle might be, but it's just a well and a ghost town from what I've heard. But something to check out as a lead, at least. We're going to go see the town master, presumably when we go to meet Silgar. So maybe we can ask him if he's heard anything, and then we can just get out of here. Find Moony or have him wake up, or if he's sleeping. I don't know where he's at, but
right. Get on our way and get this show on the road, eh?
Sounds like a plan to me. We should probably get going then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, as you guys make your way out of the inn, and as you turn the corner, you guys head out into the street. Standing up maybe about 20 to 30 feet away from you, you see these 4 humans wearing these sort of grimy red cloak. They look like some pretty rough sorts. They've all got their hands on their weapons as they're sort of watching you approach up the street.
As we're approaching, I'd like to try to slip away from the pack
Well, that's the red brands, if I had to guess. I'm just going to tip a hat at him.
Well, as you get close, they sort of move to sort of block your way.
Is there any way that I can flank around?
You can roll a stealth check. They are kind of just watching you walk up the street in daylight, though.
Right. No, yeah. I'll roll a stealth. I feel that. That's a dirty 20.
Well, I guess as you sort of start to get closer, they definitely are sort of conspicuously moving in your way. And maybe when you're about 10 to 20 feet away, one of them sort of steps forward, spits on the ground in front of you.
Good morning, gentlemen. You might want to get yourself checked out. It looks a little green.
Think it's time for you to move on, strangers.
Well, as you can see, that's what we're kind of doing, but you guys got in the way, so you're not making a lot of sense here.
I think it's best if you just give us your stuff and get on out of town.
I think it'd be the best if you turned around and left. Let us go about our business. To our understanding, you caused trouble for this town. That doesn't mean anything by us, but we cause trouble too, and I assure you, that is not trouble you want to find at your doorstep.
I don't think you folks really know who runs this town.
I don't think we care much.
Was I able to get away?
Yes. They roll
Okay.
like a 2.
Okay.
Collectively roll a 2.
I'm envisioning this interaction occurring in an alleyway. Am I correct in that assumption?
You're sort of on this main. So, like I said, the Townmaster Hall is kind of. Where's my roll 20? This biggish building here is a Townmaster's Hall.
Okay.
You guys are kind of like here on this main drag.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, right in the middle of the road.
Am I able to get on to the building of this roof, or the roof of this building? The building of this roof.
Roll me that.
That is a 21.
Yeah, I mean, there's ledges and windows. As such, it's a 2-story building.
You just see Archie assassin. Well, no, you don't, because I'm stealthy. But Archie just Assassin Creeds his ass up the fucking side of the wall. I am now on top of the roof, arrow knocked, not drawn, I haven't drawn any attention to myself, but if some shit pops off, I have the high ground.
All right, so
Do it, Anakin.
you came to us offering us a deal, is that right? You coming up and you're saying that we're going to give you our shit? Is that what I'm understanding?
You hear me right?
All right. Well, how about this? How about we make a counter offer? How about we walk away with our stuff, and you walk away with your lives? That seems pretty fair to me, right? I'm gonna look over at Trogg. That sounds pretty fair.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a really fair deal. Probably one of the fairest deals I've ever heard in my life. Do any of them have knives?
There is one that has 2 daggers. Yes.
So what's the size? I mean, so I felt it grow as we approached.
You did. The one dagger is probably about 6 to 7 inches. So your dagger is now,
Just a little bit longer.
it's a little bit longer. I'll say just for consistency's sake, it's always going to be an inch longer.
When does a knife become a sword? Is what I want to know.
Because
I have a great
I'll
sword.
Google it.
Is his knife longer than my great sword?
No, it's magic. When does a knife become a sword?
Anything over 12 inches is considered a short sword.
Oh, there you go.
Can a giant hold a knife? Like, can a giant have a knife? But their knife would be longer than 12 inches. So then it would just be a short sword by default.
No,
Even though it was nice to them.
they would just use their thumb and their finger to hold it very tight. I believe to poke you with.
Anyway.
24 inches is considered a full-size sword. Just putting it out there.
The more you know. On a sidebar, are you drinking a big-ass cup of Kool-Aid, Ty? Please tell me it's Kool-Aid. For the love of God, please tell me it's Kool-Aid.
It's not Kool-Aid. It's water with cherry.
Hawaiian punch.
Jerry Mio in it.
So it's fancy Kool-Aid.
It's fancy Kool-Aid.
That's what Bert likes to say too. Water
Exactly.
with fancy color.
That's all I need to hear.
Kool-Aid for
All right.
adults.
Let's reel it back.
To our story.
Reeling it in.
The guy who's been speaking to you spits on the ground again.
What is the material of the road or path or whatever? Is it dirt?
Sort of
Is it gravel?
Kind of not very well maintained cobblestone. This is like the main, if you can have a main road in this small town, this would be like the main road.
It's dirty? Is there like dirt or anything on it?
Yeah, it's dirty.
I'm going to, with the tip of my foot, write out something in Thieves' Cant. Just really quickly, just like danger or warning or something like just a back off kind of thing, but in Thieves' Cant.
Okay. We gotta look at it. It'll still spit on the ground.
You really need to get yourself checked out. You're starting to get some yellow in there. I think I'm no like healer or anything, but I think that's like the sign of some infection. So you should probably get along before your infection gets a little worse.
I think you boys are quite getting the message. And he's gonna pull out his sword.
All right. I'm going to take a couple steps back, and I'm not even going to grab my sword, but I'm going to like have my hand kind of at my side, like as if there's like a weapon there, but it's not. There isn't one. But almost like I'm hovering over a gun, if guns existed.
The other three grungy men wearing red cloaks are also gonna draw their weapons. And
Does this happen often? You just slay people down in the road?
I'm not gonna answer. It's just gonna advance towards you. Get to about 10 feet.
Well, trust me, friend, you're not going to want to do this. As long as he's coming toward me, I'm backing up. You're not going to want to do
Yes,
this.
at this point, they're all sort of not like a full semicircle, but as a line, they're all sort of getting closer to you. Trogg, are you backing up, or are you just like?
I'll back up with him.
Just let him walk past you.
Is there a alley or anything? I can't mark it on the map, I don't think. But between these two houses, do I think I can into those? I want to prevent someone from getting behind me. Like, can I back up and kind of navigate myself that direction?
There's space in between the buildings.
The opposite side of the road where Jesse is. Like, so they would have their back would be to where he is on the roof.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's space in between the buildings.
Yeah, I'm gonna start backing up that way. Just I don't want to get flanked. There's more of them than me than there are of us. Right? You said there was 4.
There's 4 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm backing up into this alleyway.
Well, right when you start to back up, the guy who's been talking to you is going to sort of make a dash at you.
Okay.
Try to attack.
When he makes the clear movement for attack, arrow to the back of the head.
And I would just bring my hand up and do Eldritch Blast with the little finger gun. Eldritch Blast.
That's our all initiative.
So I have, since we've leveled up, I have significantly increased the power of my Eldritch Blast to the point where I don't even need a great sword anymore.
Since we upgraded, I have the potential to one-hit people.
Yeah, well, and I'm within 5 feet of this guy if he gets up to me, so you might very well have a sneak attack. Well, you would anyway, because
it doesn't matter because I have this really cool thing.
Assassinate.
Feat now, assassinate, bruh. It is just a dirty little feat.
I'm very excited.
Okay, Trogg, what did you get?
9.
18.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Mooney's just having tea, with like morning tea with something.
Having a tea party.
He's just huge, sitting at a little table. His family is just like staring at him.
Right. He wasn't invited.
He was. The kid invited him. Anyway, Archie, you're up first anyway.
Oh, I'm up. Okay.
You're up.
Like I said, arrow, back of the head of the closest thief that was advancing, that was looking like the most imminent to attack.
Cool. Okay, that was the guy that was talking.
15 to hit.
15, that does hit.
Oh,
Just barely.
God. 10, 11, 22 points of damage.
Yeah. Welcome to the fucking road, boy. This is fucking great.
This almost as good as monk shit. but this is when
Honor.
rogues shine.
I'll narrate this from Kid's perspective. You see this guy advancing towards you, sort of sword drawn as he's about to swing. And just as he's about to swing his sword down, you see an arrow come through the back of his head out through the front of his eye.
Ooh, I imagine I get a little bit of splatter.
Yeah, you get a little bit of blood splatter on you. He kind of
Yeah.
slumps into you because he was quite close as he sort of falls.
I'm gonna hold him, and I'm
the
just
ground.
gonna say, I tried to warn you.
Kid, you are up then.
Is he dead?
Oh, he's dead, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold him, using him as a human shield, and bring my right up, which is already coming up, and I'm going to Eldritch Blast the next one, who is there. Fuck yes, that is a 21 to hit.
That's it.
Oof.
That is 12 points of damage, and he
12 points of
flies
damage.
12 points of damage, and there's no saving throw or anything that I see. My blast, which is a lot more stronger now than you guys have remember seeing it, and it's like crackling with more of this energy, and there's some fire in it, and he is forced back 10 feet in a straight line.
So this guy had also sort of come around between these two houses where you were. So Trogg, he kind of disappeared from your view, but all of a sudden you see this guy get blasted backwards out of the alley, and he's back into the street. Standing, but still a bit...
Yeah, not prone or anything.
Trogg, you're up.
How many were there? Were there 4?
There were 4, yeah.
So one's dead, one just got blown away, so there's 2 remaining.
The one who got blown away is still alive.
I'm going to cast Command on one of them. So he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Good thing these guys are fucking geniuses.
I feel like that was sarcasm.
6.
6.
6.
He fails, and I'm going to say Betray.
Betray. All right. So there are sort of
That's
2
well
that were
helped.
standing in front of you. It's, sort of, in front of you. Right. I'll say you just do the left one, because why not? You do your spell. You see this guy's eyes kind of glaze over for 1 second before he sort of shakes his head and take a glance at his companion next to him. Next up is going to be the guy who just got blasted out of the alleyway. He's a bit dazed after having gotten thrown back 10 feet. He's going to look up, see you down the alleyway. He's just going to come straight back down the alley towards you. And he's going to try and get you with his short sword. So I'm going to do a multi-attack.
Do I have cover or partial cover with having a human shield?
I'll give you half cover.
Cool. Which is that +2?
I believe it's +2, yeah. So multi-attack. First swing is going to be a 14.
Nope.
Second swing is going to be a 16.
Nope.
Okay, so this guy comes in with his short sword. Basically just ends up hacking his former companion, but is not able to get around the body to get to you. Next up is the guy who just got commanded. He's the guy with the daggers as well. So he's going to look around at his other friends and take a swing at that guy with his multi-attack. First attack misses. Second attack does hit. So you see this guy make 2 swings with his dagger at his friend. He manages to parry one, but the other, he's kind of shocked that his friend suddenly is attacking him. He manages to sneak in, get a sneaky stab on him. So that guy's going to take a little bit of damage. And that brings us back to Archie.
All right, is there anyone that hasn't made any attacks yet?
Oh, wait, sorry. No, I skipped someone.
I was going to say.
Yes, there is. But it's the guy who just got attacked by his friend hasn't gone yet. He, having just got attacked by his friend, is going to attempt to grapple his friend, which he failed. These guys suck. So you see this guy who just got attacked by his friend sort of try and grab his arms while he's swinging these daggers and try and, hold him back, but the other guy manages to sort of break himself free. And now it's Archie's turn.
So that's a 19, 20, 22 to hit. 12 points of damage.
Okay, so another arrow comes through. Again, he sort of got his back to you, sinks in sort of right into his shoulder blade. Still standing, but you did score a pretty hefty hit. Brings us to Kid.
All right. I'm gonna switch sides. So before I was holding this guy with the one arm, I'm gonna switch to the other side to continue putting this body between me and the guy attacking me, and I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him again. Try to. I'm aiming straight for the face this time. That's a 20 to hit.
Yep. That's it.
That is 13 points of damage.
All right.
I'm trying to blow his head off if it's enough.
And that gets the 10 feet of movement as well, still, right?
Yes, but if I'm separating the head from the rest of the body, I just want to send the head off like a fucking cannonball.
Yeah. Okay, well, Trogg, again, from your perspective, again, you hear sort of this muffled explosion from the alleyway, but instead of an entire person flying by, you just see a head come bouncing out and roll across the street. Which brings us to your turn.
So the ones that were grappling with each other, are they within 5 feet?
Yeah.
I'm going to use Thunderclap. So
Everyone will know we were here. You know what? Fuck them. We've crossed the Rubicon.
They have to make a Constitution saving throw. Both of them.
Constitution. All right. First guy got a 16. Second guy got a 5.
So the second guy will take 6 points of thunder damage.
Okay. So Trogg, you sort of cast your spell, clap your hands together as this wave of thunderous sound comes out. The guy who you had just commanded sort of manages to withstand it. The guy who had been attacked by his friend and by Archie previously, distracted as he was, sort of takes it full force. For the third time in this quick fight, a body just goes flying down the street.
Accompanied by the sound of what I could only imagine is like 2 pieces of ham slapping together because it's wet. And that's what Trogg's thunderclap sounds like.
Just lunch meat.
Yeah.
Oh no!
You just
we have a gross noise too. Whenever I go back into my vessel, so like we were just a gross fucking party. Like we just make like. I think it's like slurping noises for me. I don't remember, but
don't worry.
I believe it was described as it just sounds wet.
That's right.
This poor guy who just commanded to attack his friend and then just watched his friend almost explode. Basically, in a panic, drops his daggers and turns around, and he's going to use his action to dash up the street in the direction of that large, dilapidated manor house. Sitting.
Yeah.
How far down the street is he?
He's 60 feet down the street.
Okay. Your boy would like to use an arrow.
Well, in that case, I'll use my bigger knife. 16 to hit.
Hits.
3 points of damage.
3 points of damage, okay. You do score a hit on him as he sort of spins around to run away, right across his lower back. He's still up, he's still running. He gets his 60 feet down the street. And that does bring us back to Archie.
It's a 14 to hit. Or no, yeah.
14 does not hit.
14 does not hit.
So take the shot. Goes a bit wide. Doesn't quite connect. Kid, you're up.
I'm up next, right? I'm going to push over the body, and I'm going to step out back into the road. I'm going to see him running, presumably, and I'm going to Eldritch Blast. That one is a 23 to hit.
That's it.
That is 8 points of damage.
Okay, so you hit him pretty much squarely in the back.
And he is actually sent forward an additional 10 feet in the direction he was running, unfortunately.
So you sort of hit him in the back, pushes him forward. He stays on his feet, sort of catches himself before he falls on his face. Trogg, you're up. He's now 70 feet away because of the 10 feet.
I am going to use my movement speed to go his direction, so I'm going to cut some of that. So he's only 40 feet away from me now.
Okay, 40 feet for you. Trogg, he's 70 feet for you, though.
Can I use my movement speed to get closer and then cast Vicious Mockery at him?
Yeah.
So another wisdom saving throw.
18. He's just so panicked running away. Can't even hear you. Blood rushing to his head. On his turn, he's going to dash again. Yeah, so at this point, he's going to dash his 60 feet. He's pretty much out of view as he's sort of ducking around these hills that lead up to the manor house and sort of the trees that surround it. So he does get to dash out. You can take some more if you want.
Following. Yeah, I have a tremendous range on Eldritch Blast, so I'm going to keep going. I'll go another 30 and I can see him.
Well, it is, if we're saying in whatever you need to call it, initiative, it would be Archie's turn first.
Yeah.
Archie, he's pretty much out of view. He's pretty much out of view for you. So.
Right, he's out of view for me, and I don't have the range in front of me of a short bow, but I can't imagine it's very long. I can't see him. I'm just doing my thing. I'm gonna start getting down out of the building. You can bypass me.
Okay, so you use your movement to.
Yeah.
The kid, you are.
I don't want to get too close to his destination. I don't want to run into somewhere that I don't know. But if I can follow him as much as I can, and if he's still in range, I'm going to Eldritch Blast. I have 120 range.
Roll me a perception check.
It's a natural 7, and my perception is bad. 6.
So basically, what you see are just the hills leading up to the house and lots of trees. You can't quite make out where he dashed to within those trees. I'd say it's just a 6.
All right, I'm just going to yell out into him then. You just couldn't leave well enough alone, could you? We gave you a chance. And I'm going to start heading back to the group. And on my way, I'm going to pick up whatever body is closest to me and drag it out into the center of the road. And I'm going to do the same with all of them until my companions meet back up with me. I'm just going to, the 3 that we do have, I'm going to layer them on together.
Yeah, I wanted to, while they were running out, I wanted to search the bodies. If there's anything of importance.
Give me the loot. Give me the loot.
So they all had, 2 of them had short swords. 2 of them had short bows. The one guy had the 2 daggers. There wasn't much money. Total, they had about 5 gold and 32 silver pieces between the 3 of them. And then their armor is just normal. You know, they have the red cloaks and then just studded leather armor, if that's of interest to you.
Can I take the coat? The coke. I take the cloak and kind of cut it, and I want to make a cape.
Yeah, sure. It is quite dirty and gross. It's very grungy. So all this is going on. Let's switch back to Moony, who is being led by the hand by a small halfling boy to a farmhouse.
Skip. I'm ready to go back. I like the fight.
All right, nothing interesting happens. We're back on the street. As you enter the farmhouse, you see it's a nice little cozy sort of, it's got like a 1 floor with a loft sort of setup. It is owned by a halfling woman, excuse me. So you do have to duck quite a bit to make your way into the door. Everything feels a bit small for you as you're being led inside.
Did you say the child, was that also a girl or was that a boy?
That was a boy.
Okay. So boy and his mother.
Yes.
Well, if is she standing in front of me or?
She's not. She's facing away from you as you sort of enter the door. She hasn't really turned around.
Oh.
She's sort of busy preparing and cooking and making breakfast and stuff.
Trying not to scare her. Excuse me. Good morning.
So sort of jump around with a start. Say, my goodness, who are you?
I am Moony. Your young one invited me over. I'm assuming for breakfast.
Yes, you can stay for breakfast. Wasn't expecting guests, but feel free to eat. I'm just finishing up now.
Thank you. Can I help you with anything?
Oh no, that's okay. I'm just about done. What did you say your name was?
Moony.
Moony, you're right. Well, Moony, what do you like to eat?
Not very picky. Just no meat.
No meat, huh? You remind me a bit of one of my friends. He doesn't eat meat too.
Oh,
A very powerful druid, you know.
Sorry, what? A druid.
Yeah, my good friend Raydoth.
Raydoth. That is funny.
He comes
I too am
and
druid.
visits every now and then. Really? Well, have you met him before?
Raydoth. Not that I can think of. What does he usually eat when he comes by?
Usually just mostly vegetables. Flowers.
Is he a strong druid?
I'm not really in a position to judge, but he's always seemed very wise to me.
This entire time,
Yeah.
I'm just slowly inspecting the house, just seeing what's going on. There are decorations, and if there's a table I can sit at, I'll eventually sit down. If not, I'll just sit on the ground.
Yeah, so it's sort of like a very humble kind of. It's nice and cozy. There's not too much in the way of like fancy decorations. I mean, there's curtains, there's sort of like lights and stuff. Some nice and stuff, and there is a table sort of in the kitchen area that you could sit down at.
Well, I will take whatever he usually has.
Sure, I can fix that right up for you. He stops in every now and then. He moves around a lot, comes and goes. I think he knows every inch of this land here, with how much he travels around.
Could he maybe find me a flower, perhaps?
Possible. He does seem to know pretty much everything that I ask him about animals or plants.
I'll have to keep him in mind. By the way, is this, okay with you? Me being here? Does your boy, does he do this often? I was kind of scared when he asked.
Yeah, he does it once in a while. His father passed away not that long ago, maybe 5 years or so. He's not exactly taking it well, but we do our best.
Can I take a look at the son?
He needs a few friends.
What's he up to?
The son's sort of just like in sort of the living room area. He has kind of like a wooden sword, kind of like, play fighting. He seems very young, maybe about like 7 to 8 years old.
Mm-hmm. If the mother is busy cooking, I'd like to walk up to the son and take out my wand.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna try to pretend to play fight with him.
He will very eagerly start just hacking away at you with his wooden sword.
Yeah.
Absolutely no concern with like how hard he may be trying to hit you. And as you guys are like sort of playing rapid fighting, you get a few tidbits of information. It's kind of like, I want to be an adventurer someday.
Where would you like to go?
Anywhere but here. This town's boring and it sucks.
I never had the same opinion. Well, how old are you, by the way?
I'll be 8 next month.
You are very close to becoming a grand adventurer at that age.
I hope so.
What is your name, by the way?
Oh, my name is Carp.
Do you have any other special abilities? Or is your sword your main focus?
No, just the sword. I can't do any of that magic stuff.
No problem with that. Sometimes it causes more of a hindrance.
I almost got into a real adventure a few days ago.
Oh yeah, what happened?
Well, I was up playing near that big old manor up on the hill over there when I saw some of those big ugly bandits came out of a tunnel. I was out in the woods. They couldn't really see me. They started talking to some other big ugly bandits. I wanted to go fight them and beat them up, but, I was a bit scared, so I ran away.
Oh, that is fine. What I have learned, it is better to go as a team anyway. Don't do it by yourself. Could I ask, what did they look like? Was there a color?
Yeah, most of them were wearing those dirty red capes.
Oh, okay. Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to eat. But I may be back with some friends, if you're okay with that.
Yeah, sure, I love friends.
Also, is there the last time that you've seen this Mr. Raydoth?
Oh, you'll have to talk to my mom about that.
And I'm just gonna keep playing with the kid until food's ready.
Yeah, eventually the food will be ready. It's various sort of root vegetables, lots of potatoes, some tubers. Just sort of lay it on the table and say, well, I hope you like it. Eat up, Mr. Moony. Never had to feed someone quite as big as you, so I hope I've made enough.
Oh, no worries. I just appreciate it. If I am not full, I can always just eat one of my good berries.
Huh. Interesting. Never had a good berry before.
Excuse me, I don't mean to be, rude, Mrs. Halfling. What is your name?
Oh, me, Alderleaf. Quellen Alderleaf.
Yes, one last question I forgot to ask. Raydoth, the last time you have seen him, was this...
Oh, it would have been about a week ago. He told me he was gonna head out to those old ruins up near Thunder Street. About 50 miles north of here, I'd say.
Okay, that helps a lot. Also, have you ever seen him do any of his powers? Anything special?
Oh, sure. I mean, half the time he shows up as an animal. That's pretty special.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at that point, I'm just gonna start eating. I think I'm all set for now. And I will tell Miss Alderleaf, I have a few more friends. We may swing by if that is okay. Just for more questions, but I appreciate your thoughtfulness.
Sure, no problem. You can stop by any time.
And I'm all set.
So you can duck your way back out of the tiny house.
So in the meantime, while he's been having dinner, I've been stacking up the bodies, and I want to, right in the middle of the road where everyone can see him, I want to take out my greatsword, and I want to put it through all three of them. I want to say, we gave you a chance.
Like a barbecue skewer.
No. I'm leaving. I don't need this thing anymore. Y'all wanted my weapon, you can fucking have it. And I'm just going to drive it through all of them, and then I'm going to stick the head that I had shot off, and I'm going to throw it on, like, the pommel.
Archie and Trogg, are you just watching this psychopathy?
I'm going to play my bagpipes as he's doing it.
You still have those?
Yeah, I got rid of my tree skin flute. I still have
that's right.
Like the funeral song is what I'm going to play.
Yep. I'm gonna turn to Archie and Trogg when I've been finished. Well, our choice has been taken from us. I would have loved to just left right away, but they would have known that we had done what we had done anyway. There's going to be retaliation, and fuck it. I want to fight now. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but
yeah, I mean, I'm always down for a good fight. I'm really kind of intrigued to see this guy with the glass stick I mean, like I said, to me, a glass stick it doesn't make sense as a weapon. If you go to like hit someone, the glass is gonna break. You're gonna step on it and you're gonna die. So it's just how it happens with glass.
Well, I saw he was heading up through those trees there. Was that in the direction, Ian, of the mansion, the destroyed manor?
Yeah, he was running towards the manor.
We can either go up to the manor and just finish this thing off, maybe, I don't know, or we could continue on to the town master's hall and talk to them, and then come back. But I mean, I think the shorter amount of time that we give them to mount something, it would be better. I mean, we have momentum on our side right now.
Yeah, I agree with you there, the kid. What about a furry friend? Does a furry friend want to get in on the vengeance?
Well, I think we should try to find him. If oh shit! Speak of the devil.
Are we gonna allow that? I was gonna say after I left, I was heading directly back towards the inn. So it's up to you, DM.
From the farmhouse to the inn, you pretty much would. Well, no, you wouldn't necessarily pass by.
Would he have heard the commotion, though?
Probably not, I'd say.
If I did, I would have ran the other way.
Junction.
Well, I was just thinking of the thunderclap. You know, if he ever.
That's a good point. I've heard it before.
Roll me a perception.
Everybody in town
has heard the thunderclap.
That may be it. That's an 18 by itself.
While you were having this conversation with Mrs. Alderleaf, you did hear the familiar sound of two pieces of ham slapping together.
Oh, the slap of the meat. I have heard it before by the cave. And I will slowly make my way over.
Slap of the meat. I have heard it before.
I'm not hiding, but I want to keep as close to the walls as I can.
Yeah, so you can sneak over there, and as you sort of appear, you see 3 dead bodies impaled by a great sword. And as you're getting closer, before you even see that, you can hear the mournful sound of the bagpipes filling the air.
Oh, yet again, it is so bittersweet. And I'm going to head towards the bagpipes.
I'm just talking about you. Hey,
good morning.
We've been busy, as you can see. Looking around quickly, do I see people like in the windows and doorways and like peering out of their houses to see what's going on?
Yeah, you did during the fight. Imagine it almost like a stereotypical old Western where they look out the window and then get scared and like board up the wall as they duck back inside their houses.
I'm gonna turn to Trogg. Hey, I don't think that we should come in and solve all of these folks' problems. I think it'll be great because they started it and we're gonna fuck them up. But do you think maybe we should try to get the town to rally around the cause here? I mean, they're the ones that are going to benefit the most.
Yeah, you know, I think it might be beneficial to get them, so then you know they have a little bit of their own courage.
Yeah, would you want to do a speech or anything from the road here to try to rally everyone up?
Yeah, I guess I can do a speech here.
I'm going to look toward the manor, like in the direction that this guy had run, just keeping my eyes peeled for anything. And to try to make it quick, because we're going to be moving. Moony, by the way, we're staging like a revolution. We're killing a bunch of people. The Red Brands, they decided to be assholes with us, as you can see. They wanted my weapon, they got it. So it's gonna be a blast. You're down with that, right?
Yes, fine with me. Where are we heading?
I think we're going to be heading over to the manor, but we're going to see if we can rally some folks up to get them fired up first.
Okay,
maybe we can go to the manor. We can maybe, if people follow along, maybe we can send them to the tap house instead, divide and conquer kind of thing.
Okay. Yes, we should be careful. My good friend Corp said there are plenty of the Red Cape people by the manor.
Like we're friends with the fit. You know what? It doesn't matter. We can talk about that later. But anyway, and I'm going to, as a cantrip, I'm going to cast bonfire on the pile of bodies in the middle of the road. As like it flares up, and I'm gonna point over at Trogg and be like, "Kick it off."
People here of Fondlin. I got to tell all you guys, these red people, they're not nice people. I think we started a good thing here, you guys. I have a dream one day that all you people can just come out of your homes and you don't have to worry about the red people coming in and doing bad things to you. We're here to help you guys.
Can you say this? I mean, we're in February. I feel like we may have to wait till March to be decking out Martin Luther Jr. quotes
and talking about the red people.
That too.
The dangers of the red people.
The dangers of the red man.
We have a bonfire going. It's arguably a cross shape because it's a sword.
With a fucking cowboy.
With a cowboy. Oh my god.
If there's one message that I can get across from this, let it be known that the rights here of Fondlin, you guys can do whatever you want. You can take charge, take over the Red Man. Let's do this.
I'm gonna high five Trogg.
You look around and there's nobody on the streets.
I thought that was beautiful. I think it should be with advantage.
Persuasion. That's a 22.
DM, please.
Please.
Let us have this.
Viva la revolution.
Just in my mind, I'm just imagining like a Frankenstein, like all of a sudden the townspeople with pitchforks and torches marching towards the house.
Well, we're gonna send them to the other place. We're gonna take on the house.
The other place?
We send them to the tap house.
Oh, I see what you mean. I thought you were gonna send them to the goblins. Is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Can you guys go find our friend, please? As you're giving your speech, there is a small spattering of applause from a few people, but the general air in the town still seems quite paranoid and afraid. And sort of at the end of your speech, you see up the road, again, just kind of towards the manor house, in the direction you guys had been heading towards the townmaster's hall, a familiar, older, gray-haired gentleman come walking out of the hall. Sildar, now fully clothed in chain armor, has a sword on his hip, a long sword. And you can see now on his armor he has this sort of familiar insignia, which identifies him as a member of the Lord's Alliance.
Do we know what that is?
The Lord's Alliance sort of has a mandate from the kingdoms up this way that in the absence of any sort of governing authority due to the the wars and instability that's been going on, they have a mandate to sort of keep control of areas and impose order and sort of keep peace.
Kind of like a U.S. Marshal.
He's a fucking cop.
And he'll sort of walk towards this bonfire of
Dagger.
I think we should have a conversation.
Oh, shit.
He'll start walking back towards the townmaster's hall.
Well, fuck.
Right. Well, I can guarantee that man has a poster with my fucking face on it. At least one of them.
Oh shit, that's probably might be true for the both of us. All right. Well, shit.
And you
I've never actually been.
and on the way up, you did tell a story about killing several people.
Including kings.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he's just saying this now.
Right.
Well, I mean, fuck. All right. Do we want to? Okay, it's all right. That's all right. We'll just we'll go in
Right.
and what do they got on us? Besides confession and bodies and mounting evidence.
Right.
But,
All I'm gonna say is, if it comes down to it, I'm
we'll kill
going
him.
to fucking kill him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
Do I have time to whisper as the cop sheriff is walking away to anybody? Do I come with, or do I go to the manor?
No, you can come with. Maybe we'll head to the manor next. I feel like maybe there's some information that he could maybe offer us. I don't know, mitigating circumstances and all, Arch. I think we might be okay, but we'll just be smart going in there. Keep your heads on a swivel.
Right.
All right, we're gonna follow him in, suppose.
I was just gonna say I'd like to transfer one of my daggers from my belt to the boot holster that I have, just
Okay.
as we walk up.
And as you guys walk up, you see this building. It's got quite sturdy stone walls. It's probably the nicest building in town. You sort of a pitched roof. It's got a bell tower. You do notice as you walk in, there's a sign on the door, big letters in common. It says, there's reward orcs near Wyvern Tor. Those of mine to face the orc menace, please inquire inside. So this seems to be the orc, the reward that you have been told about before.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a sign on the door. And as you go inside, it's almost sort of like the first room is almost sort of like a meeting hall. There's sort of like a stage-ish area with a table up top and, some rows of seats and whatever. And up on there, you see Sildar sitting down. Next to him is this sort of older male human, fat, balding, who's sort of nervously, like, kind of hovering by his shoulder.
Are they wearing like badges?
The fat human's not. Just Sildar.
Well, looks like you folks are doing a great job keeping the town safe.
Yeah, there's chairs. And there's the table sort of on the stage as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit somewhere where I can prop my feet up.
And as you say that, I'll keep the town safe. So I was going to say, well, that's sort of why I'm here. As you've probably already discovered, I am an agent of the Lord's Alliance. I do want to try my best to help bring order to this town. To that end, that I've been trying to help Gundren find this mine, hopefully bring a little bit of prosperity back to this place.
Resources are great, but it's probably better to get rid of the people taking them from you first.
Well, that's also part of the reason why I personally came here. There's another member of the Lord Alliance here before me, a man by the name of Yarno Albrecht. He's here a few months ago, before he disappeared. Been questioned a few of the locals. Last he was seen was up near that manor house. Now, I've also discovered from the locals that it seems that's where the Red Brands are operating at, who I see you acquainted yourselves with this morning.
To their enjoyment.
Right. Well, since you're already well acquainted with them, I was wondering if you'd like to go up to that manor for me. Maybe do a little bit of investigative work.
And what would be in it for us exactly?
I'm not terribly concerned about the Red Brands. Mostly
No?
just fools. But
Really?
if you can find
to
me,
murder people in the streets?
well, wouldn't take me too long to run them out myself. What I really want to know is what happened to my friend Yarno. Well, acquaintance. So, 2 birds with 1 stone. You kick out the Red Brands, figure out what happened to my fellow member. I think I could spare 200 gold out of the Lord Alliance funds for that.
A few hundred each? Is that what I heard?
200 total.
That's I feel like we're doing a lot of your work for you. I mean, you got
It,
the cave done. Now you want us to take care of these people. Just throwing that out there. Yeah, I thought you were gonna
gold.
help us out with the inn, but that didn't happen. So
That's true. I mean, you so far have had not a great track record when it comes to paying back kindnesses. But that apart, I mean, 200 gold. Maybe we'll keep that on the table. But as far as I understand, so being a member of the Lord's Alliance, you are an extension of the government of authority,
More or less, yes.
and so us doing this job for you would mean we were also an extension of that government and that authority.
Not necessarily. Freelancers. Happens all the time.
And as much as we are aware of doing freelance work, I mean, we did it to get up here in the first place. What if we went just a little bit of a step forward? Maybe make the deal a little bit sweeter. Is it in your ability to deputize individuals that you see as maybe being able to help out the interests of the town, the interests of the kingdoms?
A bit outside my authority, but it's my superiors.
Mm.
Not the top dog in the Lord's Alliance, unfortunately.
Are there any other around?
Well,
Do you hear?
there's me. Not since Yarno went missing.
So there's nothing you can do nothing you can give us to give us a little bit more of a credibility moving forward.
If you distinguish yourselves, I could put in a commendation.
Well, like a badge or something. It's something that doesn't really mean much, just a participation trophy.
Anything that builds good faith. Might need some after the things I heard on that cart ride up here.
It's just him and the other guy, right?
As far as you can tell, yeah.
Well, as far as we're concerned, we're okay doing 2 more bad things if that's the direction that we want to go with this. So you saw what we just did outside. I don't think that putting us as any clamp would be the right way to go about things.
I didn't say I was going to. I just said I'd give you 200 gold if you did the job for me.
What do y'all think?
Right. Well, we just determined out there that we were going to go fucking kill him anyway for free. So why don't we make a little bit of money?
Fuck, Archie, I wasn't trying to. Didn't want to say that.
And also, there, friend, you didn't hear a goddamn thing on that fucking cart, right?
I was a bit delirious. Might have misheard some stuff.
That's what I fucking thought. Also, yes, we'll go kill your friends for $200. I'm gonna do like a back roll down towards the door.
So he
roll an acrobatics check.
yeah,
he just rolls backward into the wall.
21. 21.
You do. You roll this in a perfectly straight line back through these rows of chairs until you get to the door, which is closed.
I'm just gonna stand there.
So I'm gonna, if I feel like I can whisper this or say it without Archie hearing, my friend there, he's racked up a little bit of a debt, so to speak, when it comes to different jobs and such that he's done. Is there anything that you can do to wipe the slate clean or help him out a little bit? Mono y mono. If you can do that, then I mean maybe it's something we're gonna do.
I can't promise that, but I can try.
I'm gonna hold my hand out to shake it. Now I'm not much one for these, but I feel like you being in the position that you're in, this means a whole lot more to you than it would to someone like me.
Take your hand and shake it.
So I have your word then. That's a promise. You're gonna do what you can.
I'll do what I can. One more piece of info for you guys.
Yeah, we should learn a little bit more.
Oh, our mutual friend.
Glass stick.
Seems to me from questioning the locals that these red brands up in the manor have a goblin lackey.
Oh, well, we've dealt with goblins before. That's not too bad. How many are there?
You might not want to deal with this one. If for some reason these red brands and the Cragmaws are working together, you might be able to find this castle. You might be able to find Gundren. So just don't go in guns too blazing. Which I don't know what a gun is.
How many of the red brands are there? Have you gathered?
What I gather, minus the 3 you guys just killed, maybe 15 to 20.
All right. And do most of them hang up out at the manor, or are they at the tap house? Is the tap house just somewhere that we should avoid? Like if we cut off the head of the snake, so to speak, then are the rest of them going to wander off, or do we have to take every single one of these fuckers?
And imagine if you take out their leader, they'd scatter. They're mostly just ruffians.
And speaking of their leader, what can you tell us about him?
All I know is his name's Glassstaff. That's what the locals tell me.
Have you
Not
seen
seen
him?
him.
All right. And your intel says that he's up at the manor, most likely?
But I'm told.
Now, I don't know how much of it that you caught while you were meeting up, when you had met up with us, but what do you think the town's position is on all this? Do you think that if, I don't know, we said the right words, did the right things, maybe they would cause a bit of a distraction out here, make life easier for us getting into the manor?
When you mentioned the townsfolk, the sort of fat, nervous man who's been sort of hovering around Sildar's shoulder speaks up finally. And he says in quite a nervous voice, Pleased to meet you folks. My name's Townmaster Harbin. Now, I don't agree with all this stuff. I think if we just, leave the red brands alone, they'll leave us alone.
So you're the coward then?
Well,
well, I've met a
I
lot
just
of
think,
people like you. Usually they don't live very long.
Was that ding?
I don't know. But all right, so you're more like the appeasement kind of folk.
I just don't think we need to cause any problems between, minor disagreements.
Minor disagreements. We were just accosted in the road, and when we stood up for ourselves, that was it. Just standing up for ourselves. They tried to murder us. We're a little bit tougher than the average folk, I think, who come through here, but that's a lot of trade. That's a lot of folk that are suffering because of your cowardice. Do you understand that?
I think it's best if we just be nice to everybody.
You realize that you can do that, but they're not gonna be nice to you. So I mean, you might as well just get down on your knees and open your mouth.
He does look slightly. He looks slightly offended when you say that.
Turning back to Stilgar, I think we have ourselves a deal. I mean, if you can get us the gold you promised and do what you said for my friend there, then we'll see what we can do. You're expecting us to find your Yarno friends alive?
I mean, if you can find them alive, that'd be great. If you find them dead, at least we know. If you find any information about him, it would be wonderful.
Well, what does he?
Lead anything to do with it?
What's he look like?
Yarno's a short, dark-haired man, dark beard, mid-30s. He is a magic user.
All right. Well, we'll find what we can. It might get real loud and real hairy, just so you're aware. We try to be quiet when we can, but I think when it comes to these sort, it's better. I'm going to kind of look at the little bitch in the corner. Sometimes it's better just to speak up. It's better just to be louder, do things the right way. Well, we'll be back to collect our gold.
Yeah. He says, before you leave, just so you know, as a personal thanks, and, leftover money from the Lord's Alliance that they've given me, if you manage to find this Cragmaw Castle and drive out their king, 500 gold in it for you.
We will we'll reach that agreement when it comes. I think it should be 500 gold or a percentage of the take, depending on which is higher. But we can discuss that when we do all the work for you.
Let's hope we find Gundren alive for that, because I don't know where this damn mine is.
Anything else?
That's all I've got.
You fellers got anything?
I think we covered quite a bit. I'm just ripping ready to go. Let's cause some ruckus.
Cock locked and ready to fucking rock.
All right. Let's head over to this manor then. I'm gonna walk out to the door. So on the walk over, Trogg, is there anything that you can do to try to get us a little bit tougher going into this thing?
I can inspire you guys to be the best version of yourself. I'll play a little song for you.
That's all I wanted.
Here you go.
Oh,
One day you're gonna be able to play a bunch of notes like that, back to back.
Maybe one day, but today's not that day. If I do that, your minds might explode. You gotta start off small with just one. I mean,
Right.
You feel how great you feel now. So
I do feel pretty good. And do we want to just walk into this manor, or I guess we're gonna look for stuff. So maybe we shouldn't just burn the place down. But I kind of just want to burn the place down and let fuckers come out to me. I mean, all we need is one of these red brands to tell us wherever they hold people, wherever their shit is. Maybe there's paperwork or something, some kind of trail that we need, but I'm kind of leaning towards just burning the fucking place down, let them come to us.
right. But the problem with that is, what if he's a prisoner and they just fucking leave him in there and we barbecue his ass?
Then he dies.
Right, and then he dies, and that's pretty fucked up.
Well, but then he died. Then we just all right, well, we found your friend who's dead. Sorry.
Right, he died in a fire.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of questions that will arise from that. So
Right.
I like the idea of just going in and fucking shit up instead of fucking shit up from the outside.
Well, all right. So we're doing it on
get all up in there. That's just my thing.
Well, something about houses, it's a fucking creepy place. I only saw it at a distance. I don't know.
Well, how about after we clear everything out, then you can burn it down?
Do you really mean it?
Yeah. You absolutely, you can do that. Before we get started there, I'm gonna go use the little frog's room. So I'll be right back.
Yeah, last stop.
Right. I think we should be a little bit stealthy because, kind of me shtick. But,
Yeah, but you could just be hiding somewhere outside. I don't like enclosed spaces. I mean, your abilities are better with further out. Us being in a enclosed house that we know nothing on how the inside looks. And ghosts. There could be ghosts there.
right.
We could have ghosts.
Mooney's afraid of ghosts.
I am not going.
Oh shit!
If there are ghosts, I need my friend Corp to come with me.
You're going to bring a child?
He can see dead people.
He is very strong with his sword.
And you do notice Mooney has a few bruises on his shins.
What the fuck, Ty? That was the quickest pee. How did you make it all the way upstairs and pee and then come all the way back downstairs?
That's his secret. He didn't make it to the toilet.
He has a bottle.
He's also already not wearing pants.
Yeah.
So we're gonna walk up to the house, but trying to stay close to the trees.
Right.
You get closer to the house. You can see how at one point it used to be quite a luxurious, very nice mansion. It's got sort of towers and spinnerets and seems, 4 or 5 stories. But now it's fairly ruined. Most of the windows are broken. The roof is caving in. The doors are off the hinges. You can look right into the house. Just dirt, loose stones and bricks and timber that's rotting from disrepair.
Oh yeah, I cannot wait to fucking raise this place. All right. But we can kind of look into it. Do we see hints of anything? Any lights? Any moving shadows? Any indication that someone could be in there?
Roll me a perception.
Oh, that's us. 8.
Well, you get closer to the manor house, and you don't really see anything. Seems deserted, for the most part. From the outside, anyway. You can peek in.
Yeah.
You can't really see through the entire house.
Do do we want to all go in the same entrance, or do we want to kind of enter in at different points and make sure no one tries to run out the back going in the front?
I feel like, Archie, you love to be a sneaky little fella, so
Right.
if you want to do your sneaky stuff, I'm fine with just, walking in, like, with some flop around like we got big dicks and stuff, so we can just do that. It's true.
We can have one or two of us go around the back if Archie wants to go in and scope the place out, maybe, and we can just keep an eye open if anyone comes out the back. And then once you kind of got a layout of the place, Archie, if you just want to open up a door or window for us in the back, we can go in the back, and whoever was in the front still could come in after you. We can all just meet back out.
Right. It sounds like a pretty good plan. I'm going to start looking at the house. Is there any obvious ways that I could get in? Maybe a broken window, something like that.
Plenty of broken windows, yeah. I mean, the front door
Okay.
doesn't exist. It's off the
Yeah.
hinges.
Oh, the front door's just open.
Yeah, you can just walk right in.
Oh,
I just do not like the look of this place.
all right. Well, then I guess I'll pull my little turtleneck up, my half my face covered. I'm gonna pull two daggers, spin them around, kind of like so they're riding on the inside of my forearms. I'm holding them kind of tight and close.
And
I'm
Moony
going
or
to-
Trogg, which one of y'all want to come with me?
It's up to you, my furry friend.
Yeah, I'll stay out front.
All right, Trogg, I'll take the right side around the house. If you want to take the left, just look through the windows, see what you can do. Just try to be quiet, and we'll meet up in the back.
Sounds like a plan.
So as Archie's going in the front, we'll just time it. He'll go in, and then we'll go around and pick up what we can.
Yeah, the Archie, as you go in, can you roll me a perception?
A perception?
Yeah.
I feel like this is something that I'm not good at.
You do have bardic inspiration.
I do. That's a D6. Ooh, it's not gonna do me no good. So I'll just well, we'll see if it doesn't at least help a little bit. Nope. 4.
What did you roll originally?
A 2 Plus
should've been a 1.
plus 1.
Well,
Right. If it was a 1, we'd have been okay.
it takes you a little bit of time since you're being busy, and since your mind may be on other things. Slightly distracted, you're not perceiving as much, but you move through the rooms and it's deserted. You don't see anything, no people, but you do notice after a while of looking through empty rooms, plenty of footprints, tracks, just in the dirt and the dust. And you can follow these footprints into what appears to be the empty ruin of what used to be a large kitchen. And the
All
tracks
right.
lead right to this stone staircase going
Leading
down. Yes.
Well, if that's the case, then I'm going to go retrieve my comrades. I guess I'll start with Moony. I'll go back out front. Right, buddy. So it looks like the house might be abandoned. However, there's a set of stairs that lead down from the kitchen, and it looks like anyone that's ever been in this fucking house went down them stairs. So I think we need to get the kid and Trogg back over here and check out what's going on down there in the cellar.
Oh, got it. Yes, that sounds good. Did you see any other way we could get down there, perhaps?
No, I really didn't look around, but looks to me like the big stone staircase would be the way to fucking go.
Got it. Okay, no holds barred. And I will follow Archie.
Did Trogg or I see anything when we had gone around the house? Anything worth seeing?
Same thing. As far as you can tell, the house is abandoned.
Oh yeah. Once I meet up with you, Trogg, that place is gonna go up like fucking crazy.
You're quite excited about it, so let's get this done.
And then once Archie meets back with us, we'll follow him in or whatever he wants to go.
Right. I'm going to explain to them what I found. Usher them inside with me.
All right.
I guess you guys are all in this large ruined kitchen now. See the staircase? There's a door at the bottom of the staircase that you can see.
And I'm up in dark down here. How did we do this before? Who needs?
Right. I have no dark vision. However, I do have some candles and a hooded lantern. So, I can make my own little light source, but it's going to give me away. And I don't like to really be given away.
But the rest of y'all are okay. Seeing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, Arch, if you want to stick close to me, and if I see anything worth seeing, then I'll light up my bonfire, and that'll make you be able to see, and that'll help you out. So just, hold on to my coat, and we'll head down. Moony, do you mind taking lead again, or do you want one of us to?
No, that is fine. I can take lead. I will wait to see what we uncover before I transform.
All right. And Trogg, do you mind taking up rear? Just because with Arch behind me, I don't want to have the last person in our party not being able to see behind us.
Yeah, that's not a problem at all.
All right. Let's head on down then.
Okay, you're standing in front of a door. Walk down this flight of stone stairs, and there's a door in front of you.
Well, Arch, we might need you first. I'm going to check for traps.
Give me a...
Ooh, I think it might be investigation. I'm going to take a step back, and I'm going to let Archie check for traps.
Right. I'm going to come up. I'm going to check the traps first, and then I'll try to pick the lock. Assuming that the door is locked. Did we check we didn't check for that yet.
I was planning on grabbing the handle, but I want to check.
Right.
I want to check the traps first.
Well, should I knock?
Nah, it's all right.
Right. That's a 14 for investigation.
Not trapped as far as you can tell.
All right. I'm going to check the handle.
It's open.
All right.
All right. Slowly push it in.
Is there a light inside?
There are a light inside. You come into this actually fairly well-lit room. And it opens up into this sort of 5 foot wide or so landing. You're about 15 feet above a large cellar. And you have, in fact, let me just show you what you guys see on Roll20, since I made a map specifically for that purpose.
Does the door open in or out?
It opens in. So you're about 15 feet above this sort of cellar. And you have these sort of 2 flights of stairs that go down into there. So to the north, you can see a door that kind of goes under the stairs. To sort of the northwest, you see another door, which is closed. And there's this large stone cistern that sort of occupies that big area in the western part of the room, filled with water. And then, you got the kegs and the barrels lined up against the walls.
Being on the other side of this door, do we see a locking mechanism or anything on it?
Not that you can tell, no.
But it opens toward us.
Yeah, so from the hallway where you were coming in, it would open towards you.
Right. I'd like to go over to one of these barrels and take a look to see what is inside of them. These doors, the door that I'm passing to get there is closed, right? The one on the north, you said?
They're both closed. Both doors are closed.
All right, that's what I thought. All right. Can I look inside of these barrels?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'm going to do that.
So you move them around. You're sort of thoroughly searching through them. It's mostly just provisions, fresh provisions. You find things like, salted pork, beef, flour, ale, some fresh veggies, fruit maybe.
Hey, Moony.
Yes.
You mind helping me move one of these to the door that we had come in, just to make sure that none of the red brand follow us down here?
Oh, yes.
Last thing we want is to have someone come up at our backs.
Yes, no problem. I will be right out. Just swimming.
Did you actually go in there, by the way?
I thought about it. No. I'm still
Saying
worried.
you could if you want to.
I could, but I'm scared. Do you want to roll?
Yeah, the fact that you're interested in it.
No, you guys could, between the two of you guys.
All right. We're just gonna put it in front of that door. So when if the door would try to open, then it would just meet the barrel, and make it harder for someone to come in. And now that we've done that, I want to take the room in a little bit more. Does the water seem weird at all?
This seems like water. Blue.
Well, Arch, you're more of a tactician than I am. What do you think?
I think we should investigate all the doors that we can find and see what we can discover.
All right.
We just need to move quiet and keep our heads about us and don't start any unnecessary fucking fires.
I'm going to save my fires. Don't worry.
Right.
But that fucking building up there, man. Oh, it's going to go. All right. We should maybe, I'm thinking, take the closer doors first and check out the rooms. And yeah, so the one that I'm standing at now, do we want to do this one first?
Yeah, let's take care of that one.
All right. Arch, do you mind trying again to see if...
Right. I'd like to check to see if the door is trapped.
Before you do that, I would like you all to roll initiative, please.
What?
As you guys move towards this door, from this other door that you had just moved a barrel from nearby from, suddenly burst open. And you see as 3 more people wearing red cloaks come running out.
Well, shit.
Archie gets so scared he has to go pee.
You should have gone before we left.
Could have moved your barrels a little bit quieter, you fools. I am going to give you guys surprise, I think, for the first round.
Fuck. I rolled a 16.
16?
Rolled a 22.
9.
These guys are also wearing those familiar dirty red cloaks.
I rolled a 7.
7.
Okay. Which situationally it makes sense. You kind of focus on the door.
And the pee.
And the pee. I'm assuming you guys are all kind of... Oh, by the way, this door is actually... I don't know why I have 2 doors in it. That door is underneath on the second landing.
Okay.
Cool.
So, yeah, it goes under the stairs. That was put you guys maybe vaguely in this area.
Yeah.
Do I have any cover awarded to me from those stairs?
From your position, yeah, you'd have probably...
Because I'm just a little bitch.
So you guys are all surprised for the first round. Means my boy, Red Brand 1, is going to make his way 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Just make his way up to Kid. And he's going to take a multi-attack swing at him with his short sword, which is, first one's an 18.
Oh, fuck. That one hits me.
Okay, I'll just do both attack rolls. And the second one is a 15.
That one misses.
So being suddenly surprised by these 3 guys bursting out of the door, first swing manages to catch you. Just a light graze for 3 points of damage. And feeling that, you're sort of able to twist yourself out of the way as the second swing comes around.
Oh, hell no.
Bring this to Red Brand number 3 is also going to make his way down here. He's going to go towards Moony. Same thing. Also has a short sword. Going to take a multi-attack at Moony. First one is going to be a 22.
Yes.
Second one is going to be a 7.
No.
Okay, first attack's going to do 8 points of damage.
Okay.
So yeah, again, swings. This one, maybe you're slightly more surprised than Kid. This one manages to catch you a bit more solidly, but again, you're able to sort of smack the sword away from the second blow. Red Brand number 2 is going to take a shot with his short bow, just from where he's standing. I'll take a shot at Kid. Can't quite see Trogg very well from where he is. A 14.
That misses.
So takes a shot. Arrow goes flying. You manage to duck your head out of the way, and it just goes harmlessly over. Brings us back to the top of the round, which means Trogg is up.
Actually, the one that's right in front of Moony, I want to do Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
What does he look like?
He's got a sort of cropped blonde hair, a sort of little wispy mustache. It looks like he hasn't showered in a week or so.
I just want to say that it looks like you have like a really shitty mustache, and you should probably be a man and grow a real one.
Well, he got an 8 on his wisdom. So.
Well, he takes 4 points of psychic damage and has disadvantage on the next turn.
Okay, as you cast a spell, you tell him his mustache is shit. A slight spasm of pain as he scrunches his eyes as the psychic damage smacks him. Tries not to cry. Brings us back to Red Brand 1. He's going to take another swing at Kid. First one is a natural 20.
Fuck. Yeah, that hits me.
Second one is a natural 1.
Okay, that one does not.
That's pretty
We
incredible.
just balance them out and say it was 10.
Nope, still going to be a crit. So yeah, that's going to be 4 points of slashing damage. Kid, your turn.
I'm going to drop down to one knee with that blow, and I'm going to fire Eldritch Blast into center mass of the guy in front of me. Okay, that is a 15 to hit.
15 does hit.
Yes. Okay, that is 4, 5, 6 points of damage, and he flies 10 feet back. I'm hoping into the water.
So this sparkling green, crackling green energy blast comes flying out, smacks him, like you said, dead center. He sort of goes flying back, and he does indeed take a splash into this stone cistern.
And I'm gonna stand back up to both feet, and I know that we had gotten 2 healing potions earlier. Did we decide who got those? Because if I do have one, and DM, I don't know if this is something that we've talked about, but if I can use drinking of a potion as a bonus action, I would do that.
Yeah, we talked about that in session 0, I believe. So drinking it yourself is a bonus action. Giving it to someone else.
Giving it to someone else was an action. That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna down that healing potion.
Cool. This guy is actually you can't tell how deep the cistern is, but you can see this guy who just got blasted into it is treading water for the moment.
All right, and I'm feeling much better.
Which brings us to Moony.
Okay, I just want to be in front of the group, so these red brands are coming straight for me. And I want to cast, let's do Ice Knife, and I'll just toss it towards number 1 in order to try to hit them and number 2.
I would say number 1 would have 3/4 cover, because he's in this cistern which has a ledge and he's sort of treading water in it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Good point. I will go for 2 then.
Okay.
And see if we can try to hit 1. That is a 16 to hit. He will take 7 points of damage, and then the target and each creature within 5 feet must succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
I will say it does hit number 1. I'll give him disadvantage since he's treading water.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a 13.
I can't remember. That ties.
Yeah, if it meets it, it meets it.
Yeah, it succeeds.
Okay.
If it meets it, it beats it.
And then what was the other one?
Oh, wait, they both have to roll a dex saving throw.
They both have to roll, yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. The other guy got a 9.
Okay, he fails. So whoever that is will take 8 points of cold damage.
Oh, that's in addition to the damage he already took.
Yep. Yeah, it's a 1d10 if it hits, and then 2d6 if they fail their saving throw.
That's super good. So you guys see from Moony this shard of ice come flying out and hit this guy in the back who has the short bow out. and to send shards of ice flying out. He's looking pretty bloody. The guy in the cistern is able to sort of duck, and most of the ice just smashes into the wall. He's able to avoid it. But the guy who got hit by the ice knife is looking pretty rough. Archie, you're up.
I would like to try to move. Can I like jump onto the stairs and move here?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to do that, and then in the same motion, launch a arrow into. Is this red brand number 2? Whoever the guy in front of Moony.
Yeah. Okay. That's number 3. But yeah,
Natural 20.
that certainly hits.
All right. So that is 1d6 for the arrow and 2d6 for the sneak attack. 14 points of damage.
Vault over these stairs, landing on your feet in one fluid motion. Shoot out an arrow. While this guy's sort of got his focus on Moony, nails him sort of right in the side, and he collapses.
Oh, he's dead, Jim?
He's dead.
Ah, sweet.
Seeing you just leap over the stairs and shoot an arrow, Mr. Red Brand number 2 is going to shoot an arrow at you, Archie.
Fuck him.
Well, you say that, but he did get a 19.
Well, it hits.
And you are going to take 5 points of piercing damage. So as soon as you let loose your arrow, you notice out of the corner of your eye the other guy shooting an arrow at you, and you sort of pull your head back just as it skims across your face, leaving a shallow cut. Bringing us back to Trogg.
I'm going to use Vicious Mockery again on number 2.
That is a natural 1 for his wisdom.
Yeah, he fails. I'm going to say your mother is really disappointed in your life choices. And he
Bringing
takes,
moms into this?
Yep. 3 points of
Don't bring
psychic
21's
damage
mother into this.
and disadvantage.
3 points of psychic damage. Again, you see this spasm of pain as these words fill the air. And he lets out a short gasp as the bow falls from his hands and he collapses in a pile on the floor.
Is he dead?
You've killed so many people with Vicious Mockery. You always somehow manage to get the killing blow with it.
It's fucking awesome.
I can't wait until we get to like the campaign end boss. And you kill him with a 4 damage Vicious Mockery.
Give him a goddamn aneurysm.
Red Brand number 1 is out. He is going to pull himself out of the cistern with a quick glance around, seeing that his friends are dead. And he's going to sort of use his movement to retreat this way. 13, 15, 20, got to here. Sort of crouching a bit at the wall of the cistern. He's going to use his movement, and then he's going to pull out his own short bow that he has as well and fire a shot at probably Moony. It's the best one he can see. So Moony, that is going to be a 12.
Yep, that hits.
And you are going to take 3 points of piercing damage. Kid, you're up.
All right, I am going to run across the floor here. My hands glowing like I'm about to fire Eldritch Blast again. I'm going to point at his direction, and I'm going to tell him, "You've lost. We've killed all your friends. Put your weapons down, and we might spare you." And I'm going to hold my action to shoot him if he doesn't put the weapons down.
Moony, you're up.
I'm just gonna hold my hands up. As you can see, ice surrounding my palms. I'm gonna hold frostbite and see what this guy does.
What's the trigger gonna be?
I'm waiting until after the kid takes his shot.
I'll do it simultaneous.
Is the kid within 5 feet of the bandit?
No, I'm within 10. I'm keeping a bit of a distance.
Yeah, each square is 5 feet, so he's 10
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just to make, how high does he have cover from me
The cistern's
Probably
not that high. I mean, you could still
Okay,
see
so it's-
pretty much his entire upper body.
Oh, okay, then fucking arrow to the neck.
Okay. Roll the hit.
I appreciate that Archie knows what he wants. I can't fault him for that.
That's a 17 to hit. 17, 18, 19 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. 3 points of damage.
You can't see the body. You do manage to shoot an arrow at him. It does make contact. It sort of glances off his armor. He looks a bit winded after it hits him because it's quite the impact, but it does hit him. Brings us back to Trogg.
I'm just gonna hop up onto Moony's shoulder and just say to the guy, "Listen, you're pretty much fucked, so you should probably just stop."
Okay, brings us back to Red Brand number 1. He will briefly consider what Kid had said, but after having been shot with an arrow by Archie, he doesn't quite believe you. And he is going to continue to make his way.
Yeah, I roll 15. I fire off my. He didn't put his weapons down, so I'm gonna fire off the blast as soon as he moves.
So 15 does hit, and also Moony, you see Archie, or you see Kid from his shot. So if you want to use your held action as well.
Yeah,
15 does hit.
he'd have to make
Yeah, I
a
did 11
Constitution
points.
saving throw.
Okay, for the Constitution saving throw, he got a 14.
He passes actually. So you can ignore me.
Okay. Kid, how
I
much
did
damage did you do?
11,
11. Okay.
and he would be thrown into the wall.
So your blast, you see this sort of shimmering frost shoot out from Moony that sort of just goes by his shoulder. He looks over to see it as your blast catches him right in the chest, smashes him against the wall, and he, cracking the ice that had just formed on the wall behind him from Moony's attack. And he slumps to the ground.
Well, these folk just keep making the wrong choices today. Damn shame.
Right, well, I don't know if I'd quite say a shame. I'd few less assholes in this world.
A shame from their perspective. Doesn't really matter much to me, but all right. Do we want to try out this door that we were doing before, or do we want to go through the one they just came out of?
Right, well, it probably isn't a bad idea to still check this door, see what's behind it, see if there's anything special.
Yeah,
So-
I feel like if there was anyone behind that door, they definitely would have came out by now.
Right. Well, DM, the door that they had come through, did that open into the room, or did that open into the hallway?
That opened into the cellar where you guys are standing. So open out.
I'm going to do the same thing, grabbing a barrel and placing it in front of this one. That way, at least if more people decide to come through it, it won't be a surprise round, hopefully. We'll know that they're coming.
Yeah.
All right. And we'll go back to the door we were working on before.
What would you like to do with this door?
I would like to, number 1, see if it's trapped, and then number 2, see if it's locked.
Okay, roll me a investigation.
18.
As you can tell, it's not trapped, and just like the door before, just opens.
What is inside?
You guys are talking about, this door, correct? Not the door that the
This
red
door.
brands had come out of.
The one by the
Right.
stairs.
Yeah, okay. So from the door, you can look in, and that's what you see.
Is it a prison cell? Or is it just a room with a 3 in it?
Or does it go off to the left?
It's just a 3. You can go inside. You can go inside and look. You can't see anything besides just a stone hallway from where you're standing now.
All right, I'd like to work my way in, kind of bow up, work my way in, and kind of slice the pie as I come around the corner. Just kind of work my way.
As you enter in, it is just a hallway.
Oh.
There's some sort of thick dust, kind of, in this part.
Does it look undisturbed?
Yeah, I mean, the dust is quite thick. You don't see necessarily any footprints through. But it's just a hallway that goes down, the dust on the flagstones. There's these sort of faux columns every 10 feet or so. And at the back, you do see these double doors that are sort of sheathed in copper plate, which are now, they're sort of green with age. And you can sort of see seems to be a relief carving of what looks to be an angel carved onto this old copper plate.
I'm going to cautiously make my way over, kind of like checking for traps, making sure that the hallway's not booby traps.
Well, since it is midnight, I think, because we're definitely not going to make it through this whole thing, I think maybe this hallway would be a good place to start.
All right.
Before anything wacky starts happening.
What are you gonna do though? I'm going past your door.
Oh, no.
I don't want to stop.